Okay, I'm here in the Rockies and we have this cool little thing going on right here. There is a huge American flag hanging in this little canyon between these two ridges here. It's called Follow the Flag, and they move it around different places around the mountains. I'm not sure all the places they've been to, but I know they've put it here a few times because the mayor of our town died in Afghanistan in the military. He was deployed while he was the mayor and he was shot and killed. And so every year they honor him by doing the flag here and a few other events to celebrate his life. This giant flag was created by a nonprofit organization called Follow the Flag. Their mission is to honor those who have served and continue to serve our country, rally around and help heal those whose hearts have been broken, and inspire the next generation of patriotic Americans to continue the legacy of the great Americans before us. In their words, flying this huge flag across a 600-foot canyon wall has had far more impact than ever anticipated. Mothers of fallen soldiers have stood beneath the waving flag and wept. Their giant flags are 150 feet by 78 feet. They are the largest American flags to ever fly. The flag weighs 400 pounds. Okay, we made it. You can see the flag there. Because of the angle that it's on, it's a little hard to see the size, but this is being flown between two ridges here in this canyon. It's unbelievable. That flag is huge. I want to show you here, a little sign here. The flag is named the Major after Major Brent Taylor, who was the mayor of North Ogden, killed November 3rd while serving our country in Afghanistan, November 3rd, 2018. So it's been, and there's a picture of him and his beautiful family, 7 kids. And so this flag's to honor him. November 3rd is coming up in 2 days. It also happens to be the day of the election. Bunch of people here taking a photo moment with the flag. You know, I teach an American history course at the university, and I spend a whole class on the War of 1812 and the creation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And what a really amazing just process and moment that was in American history. It's just so easy to forget. It's so easy to forget that when America was created, it was an experiment. It was a democratic experiment. The rest of the world was full of kings and queens. And yes, England was kind of on the way towards democracy. I understand that. But America took it to a whole new level. When the founders started the country, the rest of the world thought it would flop. Europe thought it would be an epic fail. They thought it was going to be tyranny of the mob. They did not trust the masses with decision making. There were plenty of moments when it could have failed. In the War of 1812, the U.S. declared war on England. This is our second war of against England when you count the Revolutionary War. So it wasn't all that long after 1776. 1783 is when the Revolutionary War ended. 1812 we get in a war with England again. In fact, one of the founders is our president, James Madison, at that point. And the War of 1812 was this really strange, complicated, confusing war. But the bottom line was America felt completely disrespected by England, and England still did not take America seriously. They figured America would just blow itself up eventually, and it almost did in in the 1860s with the Civil War, yet it survived. As England attacked the United States to stick it to us for declaring war on them, They came into the Chesapeake Bay. They burned down the Capitol in Washington, D.C. They sailed up to the more important city, Baltimore, Maryland. They were ready to take that bad boy down hard, and they came into the harbor and bombed it. But at Fort McHenry, Baltimore held them off, and they retreated. And it was during that war that Francis Scott Key wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Star-Spangled Banner eventually became the official anthem of the United States in 1931. Inspired by the brave defense of Fort McHenry, Francis Scott Key's words and the flag they so memorably portray are now woven into our sense of national identity. These words still resonate as loudly today as the glaring rockets and bursting bombs of 1814. Oh, say